broken bone, so there's a couple of them. So like there's times I'll touch it like because the stitches are gone now.
Yeah.
And I move my hand away and it kills just because it's a broken bone. But
how many stitches were in there?
9 on the outside and then like 9 underneath. So it's pretty deep. They said the bone was showing. So.
How many breaks in the bone? Sorry.
2. I broke the orbital and the sinus cavity. Oof. They both broke. So.
It wasn't the cheekbone. It was around the.
Yeah, it was the orbital right here. Yeah, this one cracked.
What's the prognosis for something like that?
I think 4 to 6 weeks, they said. I don't know when I can start training since it's my face.
Right.
I don't know if that's just contact 4 to 6 weeks or what. So I find that out Monday. So we'll see.
Is there any additional surgery involved?
No. I got lucky, so they said no, which is nice.
Will you stay around here while that heals up, or are you going to head home? Or?
I'm going to head home Monday, and then I got to come back every 2 weeks just to check in and stuff. So I'll be back and forth.
Will you train here at all, or will you train at home this summer?
I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure, so I'll find that out in a little bit.
Can you take us through that period, like, after it happens, you talk your way back? I'm assuming you talked your way back in on the ice, and then why you finally had to shut it down?
Yeah, obviously I wanted to go back out there. Felt like I could play. And then in between the third and overtime, in the span of like a minute, my vision just was gone. I just felt it start swelling up and close, and at that point I felt like I had to pull myself. Obviously, 1, I can hurt the team, especially in a game like that, and 2, I can hurt myself. So I just felt like it wasn't worth it to go back out there and try and play.
Zach, did you ever hear from Kessel at all? I know it wasn't intentional, but did you hear from him?
No, I didn't. I didn't hear from him. I mean, he didn't shoot it high or anything. It's a bad bounce, so I really wasn't expecting to, but I haven't heard from him.
Assuming you didn't know about the damage until after the game, right? Because there was probably so much swelling, they couldn't tell what was wrong exactly with you?
Yeah, when they were stitching it up, the doc said he's not sure if it's a break or not. I took some x-rays and they couldn't really tell on him either. So I said I felt pretty good because at the time I really wasn't sure. I had a lot of adrenaline. And I was just thinking about getting back out there. And then after the game I went to the face guy and took some more x-rays and they saw that they were broken. So
there was no concussion, obviously?
No concussion.
Amidst all that, you got some pretty big news. You're a finalist for the Calder.
Yeah.
How did that feel?
Good, really good. It's an individual award, but it comes with the team. Without the team success we had this year, I don't think I'd be in the position I am to be going to Vegas as one of the top 3. Obviously, it was a great opportunity and a great situation that the coaching staff and management put me in. From day one, I felt like they kind of just put a lot on me, and if I don't get that opportunity from the beginning, I'm probably not in this position. So it also helps playing with Seth Jones.
Yeah.
So.
What does Seth? I mean, he's worked with so many of the young guys this year. Just talk about how he helped your game, how he taught you and brought you into the NHL.
Yeah, being a young guy, it's nice to have a guy that's still only 22 and played almost 300 games. You feel really comfortable around him just because you're so close in age. So being a young guy and playing with someone like Seth, who's been around the block, he played 6 playoff games in Nashville. He's played almost 300 games, played in the World Cup. He's such a vet for such a young age. It's easy to interact with him and talk with him. And I think our friendship off the ice just carried over to on the ice. So I think it's a big reason why we had success as a pair.
You talked about how he communicates a lot on the ice as well. Does that help?
Yeah, definitely. I think in playoffs we were just starting to really find our game. Obviously, our year was pretty good, but come playoff time, I felt like we both kind of realized what we could do as a pair. Obviously, it was cut a little bit short with my injury, but we're excited for the future. So it's going to be fun.
Zach, you kind of endeared yourself. The fans just love you around here. That's pretty weird
Yeah.
for a guy from Michigan.
I know. It's been pretty crazy since it happened, honestly. I was telling some of the guys here that I went from going to places I go to eat every day and no one saying a word to everyone sees the eye, and it was all over the place. Just from a selfie I posted on Twitter, so it's been pretty crazy these last couple of days.
How about being on T-shirts? Did you see the guy that had the full-blown
Yeah,
face
I
shirt?
saw that. That was pretty awesome. I wasn't expecting that. It's pretty crazy, but I got him a signed jersey because I thought that was pretty cool.
And how about the guy that they made the shirt with Torts' balls as big as the
Yeah,
shirt?
I saw that too. The people are creative, so I wasn't expecting that, but I thought it was pretty cool.
Zach, can you talk about the year and
what you learned from when you stepped foot in here in September, October to where you are now, and
Yeah.
how you might build on that for next year?
Yeah, I've learned a ton this year. And I can't really pinpoint one thing that I've learned because every game I feel like I learned something new, whether that's just based on the schedule and how to prepare for games to what to do going back for a puck in the D zone, just all over the place. I've learned, and I've grew as a hockey player. I think like I said, me and Seth as a pair, we grew together this year. We're excited for next year. I feel like going into the summer, I know what I need to work on, and I think it's going to be good moving forward.
Zach, what was Brad Shaw like as a coach? How was it to work with him this year?
Yeah, he was awesome. He always has something to say, which is what you want as a young guy. He always is telling you what you're doing good and what you're doing bad. He's honest with you. He's so knowledgeable around hockey. He sees things that I've never even thought about, or I've never even been told, and he sees it. So I think having him as a D coach my first year was huge for me.
What's the time frame for recovery? Is it such that you can play for the World Championships for USA?
No, I can't. I can't play. So if I got the call, I would have loved to go. I won't be getting the call because I can't. So I don't know if I would have got it, but if I did, I 100% would have gone.